All right, guys. Hello. Welcome to our second to final team call of 2019. So tonight I want to kind of put a strategy together for the Barre Blend launch for us, and kind of just brainstorm on what we want things to look like. Like I almost want us to lay out like the next 2 weeks in a calendar type setting and kind of just talk to each other about, how to make the most of this Barre Blend launch, taking us through the new year. And then next Thursday's team call, I'm going to have Lauren help me prepare something before the team call. I'm going to have you do a little pre-work, and then we're going to do like a vision board planning party on our team Zoom next Thursday night. So I'll make sure I get you guys ready next week and plenty of time to do that. So one of the things I think people, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong or if you're getting this same vibe, I think people have a total, I don't want to say misconception, but a totally different view on what barre is and what this workout is and what they're going to get from it. Like, I think people just think it's ballet moves or yoga, or I don't really know, but because we're hearing it, right? Like, people are just shocked when they do this workout, like how much the burn is. Just like any trainer, some people are going to love Elise and some might not. I mean, I don't know how you can't not, but she might be too happy for people. I don't know. Some people can just not like that much happiness. But I love it. It kind of all started with Chris Downing, I think, but it's always kind of been there, but I love the personal development aspect that's brought into these programs now. Just with Chris and his background on that. And then, Shalene and Sean were always kind of like that anyway, and Tony, very inspirational, very motivational. But then just like Jericho's really good energy, like it was such the right energy. Like, it's so crazy to me when I start looking at these programs and these launches, and I'm like, gosh, they just know what we need when we need it and which trainer we need. Like, we went from, Jericho calming, giving us this amazing energy, to Amwala, like swearing at us and kicking our butts. But like, his energy is amazing, like so positive, so motivating. Again, and I think people had this other misconception that they couldn't do it. Like, that was going to be a program that they just simply would not be able to do the moves. And I think that was talked about a lot on Beachbody. Like, they were like, nope, there's no modifier. You got to pass the fit test. And it was like, made it sound really hard, but it's like so doable. You just, like, today I was like, you know what, my back hurts. I didn't do those jump push-ups from that. I was like, I tried on my knees. I was like, oh God. Yeah, but then I just stepped out, so we've done enough. I don't think it's for a beginner, but we've done enough programs that we can modify things ourselves. Like, we know how to modify stuff ourselves. But now to then come into Elise and just this whole new right after that is just so cool. So basically, I'm talking to a lot of people privately about it, and I'm like, no, you have no idea. This is a burnout. I'm really, in my social media posting, talking a lot about sculpting and toning, because I think that's going to happen without us even realizing it. Like, it's insane how much my bum hurts from that 20-minute prep workout. Like, I know I did like day 2, so I'm sure that's part of it, but just making sure we're being pretty strategic on talking to our audience. Because isn't that what all women want? Toning and sculpting, right? Like, next to they want to see the scale move, but we really want, not the jiggles, right? Like we really want that toning and that sculpting piece to happen. And I really think this is going to be the program that really does that. So someone had posted, and I posted it in the coaches page, but I might have Lauren do something with this too if she has time next week, because I can't really even read this on my phone. But I want us to, like Dawn, you would ask me, what are you doing after the work? So there's a prep calendar that we'll use that leads us to the bar. Like I said, I can't even read it on my phone right now. I need to get readers. I'm like, 43 and a half, and I'm just really trying to push it out. It was so cool to get that, my LASIK so I could see long distance forever, but he warned me, you will still need readers in your 40s. No. And I'm like, what does that say? It's crazy to me. I never thought that would happen. I always wondered why my mom would do that. I'm like, why are you doing that? What's happening? Now it's me. But yeah, we'll kind of focus on whatever that prep workout says in front of me on my phone. I think we do. So the cool thing is we're gonna always have those 2 prep videos, workouts, and always the sample workout, and up until the 13th, which actually didn't they say on a call, it's gonna be that Friday before that they put that. I don't know. Do we know if it's coming out like a week at a time, a month at a time? I don't know if they've ever said that I remember. But I do know they said it's coming out on Friday, the 10th, like later, so that people will have it for the weekend, so that Monday morning we can start fresh on the 13th. But I feel like the work was launched all at once, right? Maybe they're just putting it all out because the work has been there the whole time. So maybe they're just starting to put it all out at once now instead of launching it a week at a time.
Nicole, it does say, as far as the breakdown of the workouts, that they change up and increase in difficulty every 2 weeks. So I would assume that if they're gonna chunk it, they're probably gonna do it in 2-week blocks.
Okay.
Do we also know if can we download the workouts while they're still available? Do we know if that's possible with these pre ones?
I think so. I think people have done that before. Yeah, why don't you try that and let us know how that works? But I think so. Yeah, I think people have done that. I think we can only download 5 at a time or something. Is that what?
I think it was 5 and then they changed it to 7, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything specific.
Yeah, I just remember them saying that it was going to come out on that Friday so that people would have it and they wouldn't be panicking for us East Coasters like at 5 a.m. on the 13th. Okay, cool. So it's December 5th. Like we've been talking about, we've got like 2 solid weeks to really still help people be engaged, sharing with them. Like I had someone reach out to me and she was like, I think I want to purchase that Barre Blend, but I'll get back with you after Christmas. And I was like, okay, that's totally fine. And I'll put your name on a list and I'm totally okay with that. But here's how much you're going to get for only $150, like using that $10 promo code. And I was like, I only have 3 of those to use, so I kind of put that out there. And I said, I do already have somebody interested who's going to use a code. And she's like, okay. set up my cart and I'll do it as soon as I can. So she's supposed to go in today, and I messaged her about an hour ago, just saying, let me know if you have any questions. But she's like, okay, I will. So, kind of using that to try to get people in before the 19th. Usually they put out a date too. It's always around the 14th or 15th where they tell you for guaranteed Christmas delivery. That would be like the absolute last day to order. I don't think I've seen that yet, but it is usually around the 14th, where they say if people want to put something under the tree for themselves, the 14th will be the day. Like I said, I don't have that exact date on me. I haven't seen it yet. It might be in the FAQ already. But just plan for that. Just know that probably next week, that's going to be the deadline if they want to have it for Christmas. I mean, everything's online now, but it would be like their Shakeology or whatever. So when you're thinking of so I'm running my Barre Blend group, which will be our Barre Blend. I'm just going to turn the sneak peek into our group. But I'm running it as if we're starting on the 6th, which is the same way Elise is running it, so that we can focus on that nutrition piece for that week before. So if we're thinking that people need to have everything and ready in place to start on the 6th, they should definitely be ordering sooner than later, right? Like, because that Christmas week and New Year's, they're going to lose days then, So I would definitely put a deadline in of like the 22nd to make sure people have stuff in. Of course, it's online. They'll be able to start, but if they want their shakes for the 6th, it's got to be sooner than later. And using those promo codes and stuff too.
Hey, Nicole, do you know, so I know that the videos, like the 30 and 40-minute videos are supposed to go live 15th, 16th. Do we know if the 20-minute prep workouts are
stay
the same day? Oh, they're going to stay all the way up? Like if you've got them now, you've got them all the way up until?
Yep. The 2 prep workouts and the sample workout will stay.
Okay.
So we just lose the first 10. Yep. We just lose those first 10 as of the 15th. Yep. So just kind of some key dates there. 14th for guaranteed delivery, the 22nd so that they get it by the 6th, starting your date on the 6th. Are some on January 6th so that we can get people's nutrition really under wrap. So being the first of the year, we definitely want to focus on that in our groups to get people these real good results and have the results driven groups focus in our group, because obviously that's people are going to fall in love when they see the results. We know long term what the results of working out does for us, but adding in that nutrition piece, we know what it really does for our results. And whether we're using 2B or Ultimate Portion Fix, I don't know. Does anyone have access to, or could somebody put this together at some point this weekend? Like all those, I feel like I don't have a handle on what all these deals are with UPF and 2B. Like, I'm like, you add in a digital version for this price. It's an add-on sometimes now with the master program. Like, I feel like we need a little summary of that. So I don't know if somebody can do that, over the...
Try.
Okay. Yeah. If you just kind of go to the FAQ, Becky, it should be able to kind of, or even just go and pretend you're shopping. I always think that's the easiest thing. Like, it's just pretend you're a new customer and just go shopping and see what pops up for different things. I definitely think that sometimes is easier than the FAQ. And we did make note, a lot of people said this in the roundtable, those socks, those bar socks were hard to find. It didn't pop up at me enough apparently at the end because I saw like all these other things. But then when I went back to order them, like I went into gear and apparel, I went into gear and accessories, then I went into apparel, then I looked under Barre Blend, and I finally had to put in search. I had to put bar socks for them to come up. So just so you know, if people are having a hard time, they're not easy to find, but we have put people in the round table are like, can you put these somewhere like in one of those categories like that we can find them? So that's, I think they'll be probably fixing something along those lines. And yeah, so if we can kind of get a handle on that, I think that would be like, what's the regular price of 2B and UPF? What's, if you add it on, what's this new Master Series pricing and all that stuff? So that we kind of have a place for that. That'd be awesome, Becky. Thank you. So why don't we kind of think about how we want to do this over the next 2 weeks? So we literally have 2 weeks. Like today's the 5th and the 19th is 2 weeks from today. Obviously you'll still be posting those next 2 weeks, but it's just going to be busier for people. So kind of like we do on Sunday nights with our strategy, why don't we come up with like a Barre Blend strategy on posting stories, kind of how we want to do that. The other, just to give you another insight on the round table, people tonight brought up that this and the work weren't as big of launches as we expected. And some people are saying that maybe it had to do with not having a coach test group first. So these are the first. So right now we have those pictures that they're sharing on social media, but they're not coaches that we know that are sharing their own pictures. So they're very infomercial looking, right? Like they're very like just canned looking, and you're like like it's such where like if Christy Williams, who we had on our team call, was earned like every test group, I was always sharing her pictures because I knew her. Or, you know, when I was in the shift shop test group, or, you know, Carrie Legalt or whoever, they were always, Amy Silverman, like we were always able to share coaches' test group pictures. So, so another really important reason why, you know, we need to be sharing our pictures a lot more too, so that we can put that personal story to it. I think the 6 weeks of the work will finally, you know, soon, or we have Christina's, but just have people's pictures soon so that we can really promote that program. But if you're, because my volume did not jump as I expected this week. Like I was like, why isn't any coaches buying this? And so if we could do, so that's what I'm saying, to prepare us for the customer launch on the 16th, like how can we do better at that? Like what can we do as a team, since we don't have those types of pictures yet? What can we start sharing that piques that curiosity? And like I said, toning and sculpting have been words that I'm using. I mean, whenever Elise was on that Zoom call and her arms, I was like, what the? I need those arms. Like it was like seriously FOMO. I was like, I need those arms. So maybe we take snapshots of her arms. No, we could do that. Here's the arms you are going to get.
I kind of, so far the people that I've spoken to, kind of tossing the idea out at them, their first and immediate question or concern is, oh, well, I don't have a bar in my house. Because even though you do see like Elise in the video, she's got the chair, that's very easy to look past and see all of these other girls with their beautiful rose gold bars. So kind of what I planned on doing this next 10 days or whatever with the videos, I want to do videos in different places around my house, doing the workout on my kitchen counter, at my kitchen table, at the bathroom counter. I'm going to do snapshot videos all around my house in all kinds of different surfaces to show people that they really truly don't need a bar. I also actually went to Home Depot and had my husband get PVC, and he made me a bar for $15.
Nice.
So I was going to show that also.
Yeah.
What was my other idea?
You might want to share those plans.
Yeah, I will Pinterest. They straight from Pinterest. Seriously, it's for like $15.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've been using my chair. See, Ella has a bar, but it's up in the playroom, and I'm downstairs, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go get that. I'm just gonna use a chair. But the other idea too is like, I didn't know until the National Wake Up Call. I didn't know this had physical therapy roots, and I like that. I like that wording. Because so many people have injuries and are afraid to do, but this is like, no, this is for you.
And I really liked also that sparked the second thing I was going to mention. She specifically mentions it being fantastic for prenatal, postnatal women.
Oh,
and so in that National Wake Up Call, and I was like, boom, like that's going to be a huge thing to be able to push. You know, you always obviously want to speak to your doctor first, but this is a program that you prego mamas and post prego mamas are going to be able to do. So I thought that was something that will be a really good, a good area, a good group of people to be able to work with.
yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And, you know, so people are always like, what equipment do I need? Like, literally, you just need one set of 1 pound weights. Like, I'm using my one. I checked them the other day because someone was like, I'm going to go get 2 pound weight. I'm like, you know what are these? And I went on the scale. I put it on the scale and it wouldn't register. So I stood on the scale without it. And then I stood on the scale with it. And it was like 1.2. But I was like, okay, like, because I was going to get 2 to 3 pound weights at Target, but the 2 workouts that I've done already, I'm like, okay, I have to put these 1 pound down sometime. I don't need any more than 1 pound. Like, I'm good. And so I think that'll be a good, you know, price point. They don't need extra equipment, because I think when you start other programs, you sometimes need maybe 5s and 8s and 10s, you know, which can add up. So literally, like, the Target section, I'm sure, you know, it's $10 or something, or $5. I don't even know. It's usually $1 a pound.
Yeah, we could also see about looking around our houses and finding things like cans or water bottles or things that are equivalent to that weight, and say, hey, look, you already got these things in your house. Use this.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and you brought up a good point too, Stephanie, like you showing you doing the moves in different parts of the house. So I was like, oh, that's cool that Beachbody gave us those Insta stories to use, but it's literally like a little infomercial again. It's not personal. It's like Elise showing a move, and then it's like, and contact your Team Beachbody coach or go to barreblend.com at the end. And I'm like, could you have just left that out? Like, you know, so, oh yeah, 5 pounds, I would die. I couldn't use 5 pound weights. I went to a live bar class, and I was the hero that was like, oh yeah, I'll just take the 5 pounds. And I was dying. I was like, yeah, no, okay, this was stupid. I'm like, I work out. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah. So good. So yeah, I that's good. And even today, so I don't know if you guys are noticing this in 6 weeks of the work. Like, it says the workout's 45 minutes, but I feel like they're like 50. Like, I feel like I'm running out of time. I'm like, no, wait, I started at 6:30 and I should end at 7:15. And it's like 7:17, 7:18. Like, especially today with all those rounds of all those, I ran out of time. But I was in the kitchen and I was like, oh, I should totally video myself right now. But I was making making the girls lunches, and I was doing some of those moves from like those quick little moves. I was like doing those little squats and stuff at my counter while I was making lunch, and I was like, oh, but I didn't feel like going to get my tripod, and I was like, oh, so yeah, so that's a good idea. That, yeah, and like I remember when I was thinking about, okay, when I do the bar, I pull the kitchen chair in, but I also could use the back of my couch like very easily. So yeah, that's good. All right, so any like poll ideas that we can, like everybody's using have you ever tried bar? Like, is there something else we can think of? That every time I see like 75 beach party coaches asking the same thing, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. Like I want to do something different. So, oh yeah, Stephanie's dog is like, hello, mom, what are we doing in the Cute. Leave it to Becky to spot the dog. Yeah, I don't know. Can we brainstorm any like poll questions we can ask to pique people's interest? We could probably do something with Elise's arms and just, I don't know, I'm obsessed with her arms. It's like I'm obsessed. I have a little obsession with her arms. I can't believe that she only used 2-pound weights the whole time and got those arms.
Well, and she also said that she only did the intensified versions just to make sure that they were physically possible. She said the results that she got, and she even got results from the beginning of putting it together, were only on modified and the regular version, and mostly modified. I think she said that, and I think she said in one of them she was doing mostly modified so that she could make sure like she wasn't injured in the whole process or whatever. But yeah, to be able to emphasize for people, hey, look, this is a trainer here, and yes, she's got an athletic background, but even she saw improvements, and she didn't even have to do the intensified version. So
right.
She's an athlete already and saw results with doing the modified and regular version. Anybody can.
Right. I think too that that move where we're holding on to the chair and our back is flat, and then all the people in the video, their legs are coming way up. Let's make sure we take videos or pictures of us at the beginning and see how much higher we can bring our leg up, because my leg's like down. Like I'm like, what the? I'm like, I cannot get my leg up there. Like I am realizing how my flexibility has gone downhill from the Tony P90X days when he had me so flexible. So yeah, showing the progression of the moves. Yeah. And doing this workout with your kids if they're into dance, I think is gonna be big, because like Ella came down today or yesterday when I was doing the prep workout, and she said a ballet move, and I was like, oh, I know that move, like, so just all that terminology. So I'm learning some of the terminology because I only knew like plie and releve and first and second position. That was like the extent of my ballet knowledge. So yeah, maybe for to do with your kids, or have something for your kids to do that are dancers. Anything else? Is that Gwen snoring? Can you hear her? She's right here. Both dogs are on the bed tonight. Yeah, flexibility increase, which equals less injury.
Nicole, what if we talk about like how I actually was not anticipating doing this program at all?
Yeah.
We could talk about that, saying like people who are actually athletic and been doing weight workouts, this is a program for you too. Like maybe talking about something like that, because I literally wasn't gonna do it at first. I was like, I'm not too much into this stuff and everything, but when I did the sample workout, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. And
And
love it.
what do you like about it? What were you like, oh, I'm gonna like this? What was that shift?
I actually did some moves that I looked at myself going, I can't believe I made my body do that. I can't believe I actually can do that.
Yeah.
Like that, it's like that hip move.
Yeah.
Like that hip move or
Yeah.
something across your body, like that. That was like awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that to maybe pique other people's interest, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just taking notes on that. Yeah.
And
All right.
move with the when you are on the tip of your toes, with your arms up, then moving your hips to the side. Hello. How in the world I did that? Love that move. Yes.
Yeah. That's like a little salsa move of some sort.
I think it might also be good to mention or share how she has a background in medical science and pre-med. So everything that she's teaching is very much coming from a physiological point of view and making sure that your body is moving and working properly. So not only are you going to see results and have like the weight loss or whatever, but you're also going to be increasing your mobility and seeing other improvements as well, because she has strategically created the program to benefit that way also.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and the personal development aspect for sure with the affirmation cards.
Is that your dog? Is that your dog?
Yeah, she's right here. She's right next to me.
So cute.
That's nothing. This goes up tenfold in the middle of the night. Like between her and Mark, I'm like, oh my gosh. They have like snoring competitions. Yeah, and so I know I used it on one of my posts the other day, but I'll do it again. But they do have like the affirmation cards in our product shareable social media like graphics, so maybe grabbing those and using those as a prompt. Maybe we do that like every day as we start our day for like the next, like I used to do a personal development quote or something with a selfie. So maybe we just use those cards and for the next 10 days post those. And yeah, Mark does have a CPAP machine. He doesn't use it. He was using it really good, but he has not been using it. But yes, Gwen needs one too. Oh, okay. So yes, Stephanie's using those cards in her stories. I am so hot and cold with my stories. I don't know what it is with me lately. Like I'm like, one day I do like 20, and then the next day I'm like, oh shoot, there's a plus sign next to my stories. So I haven't added any. Like today I was like, oh my god, I haven't added any stories. I don't know what it is with me. Okay, cool. All right, so I mean, I have a whole page of content here of like ideas for us kind of sharing. Okay, yeah. So this is leading up to the 12/16 customer launch. Oh, so another idea is to use that pre-order tracker or some sort of list of your own is fine too. But to kind of create that sense of you have 10 slots and you start filling in the names of people that are joining you, and then posting pictures of that in your stories. Okay, we have 5 people. Who's next? You know, to kind of create that pre-order tracker, get people excited about it. Is good too. List of who, and we can even put each other's names on it. Like for our first one, you know, we can totally just put who you know on the team that's gonna do it, and just put that in there. All right, cool. So we've got stories, we got post ideas, we've got some poll. We can use some of these in the poll ideas. We have a lot of content, share clips of you doing the workouts, but using using everything but a bar. Maybe using water bottles or soup cans as your weights and stuff. Okay. Talking about increasing your flexibility, your mobility, preventing injury, physical therapy routes. All right. Sounds good. Oh my God, you
And
guys.
also promoting the new plant-based bars, beach bars.
She was like shaking. I just had to show you that. Sorry. She was like, she was streaming using the, what did you say, Christina? I'm sorry.
Maybe taking the opportunity to promote the new plant-based bars.
Bars with the bars. Yep. I can't, I gotta track my order to see when that's coming. I'm excited for those. I hope they taste good. I'm sure they will. Yeah. And having that snack piece for the new year. Yeah, and goods, that was a good sale. And that's going to be with the customer launch too. So 10% off and free shipping to add the bars. Yeah. That was good. Okay. I kind of dropped the ball a little bit on the business opportunity this week. I was like, and we're gonna make this a customer Coach Basics assignment. I'm like, my mom had an appointment yesterday, and I had to take her for a colonoscopy, and they ended up finding some polyps that she had to get removed. So it was like a 2.5 hour, almost 3 hours. So I thought I was going to be home way sooner than that. And then just being on the phone with doctors and insurance companies today, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe how those 2 things like threw my entire week off, like all that extra time that I didn't know I had. So yeah, but it's open there for you guys to just share in the business. It's an assignment in Coach Basics for you to go in the business opportunity and share your story. And I kind of did an outline of what to share, but you can do it tomorrow or whatever. Like we don't have to be strict about it, just to get some practice out there. I think it's just good. And then, I did mine, and then I went and copied it to my social media too. So, just kind of doing that. So, all right, awesome. So keep doing what we're doing. And if you guys come up with anything, like another idea after, we should talk about that, just post it in the coach's page, and we'll make sure we, add that to our list. But I'm prepared and ready. So I got some notes here. So thank you guys for all those ideas, for sharing, and let's keep doing those workouts and sharing with everybody. And as always, if you want us to go take a peek at something and we haven't seen it, or you need something boosted up, let us know so we can go make some comments on it, so we can boost it up in the algorithms. All right, thank you. Are we good? Anything else? No? All right, have a good night. Thank you.